Have you ever thought that a steaming bowl of chazuke could hold over 1,000 years of Japanese wisdom? It's not just rice, it's a little soul-soothing soup in the busy lives of Japanese people. Hi everyone, welcome to CHIU STYLE. Today, we're going to explore the 1,000-year story of chazuke together. Before we dive in, here's a little secret: this bowl of chazuke is made with CHIU STYLE's gently fragrant Zen Green Tea. Later, I'll show you how to use it to make a truly Japanese, vegan, no 5-spice comforting chazuke. Ready? Let's go! The history of chazuke can be traced all the way back to the Heian period, from 794 to 1185. Back then, noble diaries already mentioned a way of eating where hot or cold water was poured over rice. Doesn't that sound a lot like the early form of today's chazuke? At that time, tea wasn't used yet, just plain water. Imagine a Heian noble finishing some cold rice and casually pouring hot water over it. The rice would instantly become soft and tender. This was the ancient version of chazuke. And this simple practice sparked a 1,000-year tradition in Japan, the beautiful combination of rice and beverages in Japanese food culture. The real turning point, when tea became the star, came during the Muromachi period, around 700 years ago. With the introduction of Zen Buddhism from China, the Japanese tea ceremony began to flourish. People no longer just drank tea, they started pouring brewed green tea directly over white rice. The aroma filled the air, and the tea soaked into the rice, instantly soothing tired bodies and minds. This was when chazuke officially evolved from hot water rice into tea rice, and it began appearing on the tables of temples and samurai. Did you know? Samurai even treated chazuke as a battlefield fast food, light, quick, and energizing. By the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, chazuke had fully made its way into the homes of ordinary people. It was no longer a snack for the nobility, it had become a convenient, fast food-style meal. On the streets of Edo, vendors specializing in chazuke began to appear, not unlike today's convenience stores. Customers would order a bowl of rice, and the shop owner would sprinkle on sesame seeds, nori, and umeboshi, then pour in hot tea, ready to serve in just a minute. Even more impressive, early versions of tea bags and instant chazuke packets had already appeared. This made chazuke one of Japan's earliest takeout foods, deeply rooted in everyday life. Fast forward to the Showa period, the mid-20th century, when Japan's food processing technology took a huge leap forward. In 1952, a company called Nagatanian launched the Chazuke Nori pack, a truly revolutionary invention. The pack contained matcha powder, soup stock powder, dried seaweed, and sesame seeds. All you had to do was tear it open, sprinkle it over white rice, and pour in hot water or tea. 30 seconds later, you'd have a steaming bowl of chazuke ready to enjoy. This instant pack not only preserved the traditional flavors but also perfectly suited the fast-paced modern lifestyle. It quickly became a favorite among office workers and students, and even today remains a classic bestseller in Japanese convenience stores. Beyond being something to eat, chazuke also holds a gentle cultural code in Japan. In Kyoto, there's a famous phrase people say as a polite greeting: "Would you like a bowl of chazuke?" On the surface, it's an offer of hospitality, but sometimes, it's a subtle way of saying, maybe it's time to go now. This phrase reflects the Japanese love of understated kindness, making chazuke a part of social etiquette. On top of that, chazuke serves many roles: a hangover cure, a nourishing meal when you're sick, or a quick breakfast for busy mornings. It symbolizes comfort and warmth in everyday life. Chazuke also makes frequent appearances in Japanese literature. In classic works like The Tale of Genji and The Pillow Book, you can see scenes of people soaking cold rice with hot water or tea, reflecting both a respect for rice and a reliance on simple, convenient meals. Even cooler, during the Battle of Okazama in the Sengoku period, soldiers relied on chazuke to eat quickly, saving cooking time and showing their cleverness and resilience on the battlefield. From the imperial court to the battlefield, from scholars to soldiers, chazuke has connected 1,000 years of Japanese daily life in the simplest, most comforting way. After all that history, are you feeling hungry too? Don't worry, soon we're going to make a super Japanese, vegan, no 5-spice Chazuke using CHIU STYLE Zen Green Tea. CHIU STYLE Zen Green Tea comes from the high mountain tea gardens in Anhui Province, China, at elevations of 1,500 to 4,900 feet. We use the tender young Heian buds, which brew into a tea that's fresh and fragrant with a lingering sweetness, perfect as a replacement for traditional Japanese sencha. Now, let's get our ingredients ready: a bowl of freshly cooked white rice, half a sheet of roasted nori, a small teaspoon of white sesame seeds, 1 pitted umeboshi, 2 slices of Japanese pickled radish, and the most important ingredient, a teaspoon of Zen green tea leaves, plus 200 milliliters of hot water. Super simple, right? I'll guide you step by step on how to make it. Now it's time to get hands-on. Step 1. Put the white sesame seeds in a dry pan over low heat. Toast them until golden and fragrant, then set aside. Step 2. Tear the nori into small pieces by hand, cut the umeboshi in half, and slice the pickled radish thinly. Arrange everything on a plate and get ready. Step 3. Put a teaspoon of Zen green tea leaves into a teapot, pour in 200 milliliters of hot water at around 90 degrees Celsius 194 degrees Fahrenheit, and let it steep for 30 seconds to fully release the aroma. Step 4. Scoop the white rice into a large bowl. Sprinkle the toasted sesame seeds on top first, then add the umeboshi, pickled radish, and nori pieces. Final step, slowly pour the freshly brewed Zen green tea over the rice, letting the fragrance soak into every grain. Give it a gentle stir, and your vegan, no 5-spice Chazuke is ready. Steam rising, the aroma of tea filling the air, simple, comforting, and utterly soothing. The key to this bowl of Chazuke is the high mountain fragrance of CHIU STYLE Zen Green Tea. If you want to easily recreate this classic Japanese dish at home, be sure to scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below to bring Zen Green Tea home. By the way, Chazuke may not be as internationally famous as sushi or ramen, but in recent years, thanks to Japanese dramas, travel, and social media, it's quietly making its mark in the global food scene. From convenience stores in Tokyo to Japanese restaurants in New York, more and more people around the world are DIYing Chazuke, and even experimenting with local teas for creative twists. Simple, quick, and full of stories, this is the charm of Chazuke. Alright, that's the end of today's 1000-year journey through Chazuke. I hope you not only got to know this beloved Japanese comfort food but also feel inspired to make your very own version at home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to CHIU STYLE, and hit the little bell so you won't miss our next video. See you next time, bye bye.